Oh, I was there, hated the day. The day was a miserable day. I mean, it was the worst royal engagement I ever did, a royal wedding I ever did.
Actually, this does look like a moon bump to me.
Are you buying that excuse that Meghan Markle used a fake belly to protect her real belly? I'm not buying this.
What if I told you the most talked about royal escape artist managed to dodge every camera on the planet? Not by hiding, but by image control. Because with Meghan Markle, vanishing isn't random. It's a crafted skill. Welcome to FameX.
And I travelled the world with him, and I did really enjoy working with him. But, you know, now I really don't care if I ever see him again, because the way he's behaved towards the king and our queen and his brother and his sister-in-law is appalling.
While other royals deliver service, tradition, and years of restraint, Meghan delivers something very different. A hot serving of self-branding, topped lightly with a victim narrative.
She delivered it like an actress delivered it, an opera responded going, wow.
She could turn a simple photo chance into worldwide headlines faster than the palace could whisper, "Rule broken." Yet the single moment every royal lens waited for, that famous pregnancy glow, became the rarest image in royal memory.
Archie, Harrison, Mountbatten Windsor, was the name, and had nothing to do with the royal family.
Arthur Edwards, the photographer who documented 6 royal generations, says he was instructed to keep away. Think about that. The same camera that captured Diana's raw humanity was barred from Meghan's maternity, and while cameras stayed locked out, attention never left her. Interviews with rhythm, documentary emotions, and a Netflix deal thicker than royal protocol. Meghan didn't just marry into royalty, she married the algorithm. So stay with FameX, because tonight isn't about crowns or gossip. It's about the story buried on purpose.
You're gonna see or hear Meghan Markle's belly pop. You're gonna see these people's faces. And I can tell you that one of these people is now speaking out.
I know genuine bump photos of Meghan Markle exist, and what Arthur Edwards finally admitted when silence cracked. This isn't gossip, it's image warfare. Every royal tale usually starts with a balcony announcement. Meghan's began with total media blackout. When most royals share pregnancy news, cameras explode everywhere. Kate steps out and history prints itself. Meghan steps out and photographers here. Stand down. It felt like Buckingham Palace pulling the alarm on the entire British press.
I mean, obviously, when William was born and Harry was born and George and Charlotte and Louis, we got great pictures outside the hospital. I remember, and William and Catherine especially, they made such an effort to show the whole world their new baby.
Arthur Edwards, a man closer to the crown than many relatives, was confused. For 45 years, he recorded every royal wave, bump, and crisis in clear detail. But when Meghan's moment arrived, nothing. No invites, no calls, just a quiet order to stay back. That silence spoke louder than headlines. And for someone preaching authenticity, this vanishing act deserved applause from Houdini himself.
What is moon bump theory? Well, basically, it suggests that Meghan didn't actually give birth to these children and that she was wearing a prosthetic bump. And of course, lots of medical experts have come out looking at that video and saying it's just impossible for someone who's literally 9 months pregnant and about to give birth to dance in that way.
Reporters whispered, why the secrecy? Was it privacy or total control? Because nothing screams transparency like a lockdown enforced by palace guards. Meanwhile, Meghan perfected being seen without being proven. She appeared everywhere, yet the key detail remained missing. Palace PR spun overtime, tabloids raged, and Arthur Edwards waited for a shot that never came. But if that silence felt strange, wait for who shattered it.
Meghan Markle has posted a cringy video of her and Prince Harry dancing in a hospital.
Began with a short clip, 5 shaky seconds that exploded under Kensington Palace. Meghan Markle, 9 months pregnant, squats, rises, and twirls like a dance audition. Online detectives froze frames, zoomed hard, slowed motion, and suddenly the moon bump theory went viral. Doctors weighed in. Movements like that didn't add up. Twitter sharpened claws, Reddit mapped timelines, and YouTube ran a non-stop pregnancy trial. Headlines didn't say joy, they said illusion. While the palace issued polite silence, Meghan's PR released glossy lifestyle shots that looked like perfume ads. Soft lights, perfect angles, zero realism. Because nothing says motherhood like filters and NDA.
I agree, I'm not a Meghan Markle fan and I don't defend her, and there's all sorts of inconsistencies and hypocrisies, but she's an actress, she's not the brightest cookie in the basket. There's no way Kate would do anything like that.
And things turned truly strange. As rumors grew louder, the palace shrank quieter. Every ignored question fueled the fire. When Arthur Edwards confirmed photographers were told to avoid her bump, the internet didn't see caution. It saw proof. Theories multiplied, sides formed, and one question hung heavy. If nothing was hidden, why guard it like treasure? Every scandal needs a voice. In this mystery, it came from the edges. A bystander not royal hinted the perfect story didn't match reality. Instantly, rooms chilled. Messages stopped, doors closed, and a clear warning spread. Don't repeat this. Palace watchers had seen this silence before.
The thing that strikes me is her lack of understanding and recognition of the role that she had or has in the royal family. And, you know, both of them have been on the record repeatedly saying they don't want to be living their lives through the lens of a camera and in a goldfish bowl and all of that. And then they take the camera into the most private of rooms where you're about to deliver your baby.
Remember Paul Page, the former royal guard who spoke out and found warnings waiting at home? Silence has been polished for generations. This witness felt the same pressure. Polite calls grew heavier. Friends vanished. Jobs faded. Ironically, the harder she was erased, the louder the internet listened. She had no title or PR team, but her fear spoke volumes. Someone wanted this buried deep beneath palace marble. In royal rules, loyalty buys survival. Speaking costs everything. Behind royal smiles sits a war room of polished oak and excuses. When the Meghan mystery heated up, insiders say the palace grabbed scripts, not solutions. That's what the Crown does best. It manages scandal like an ancient PR empire with better jewels.
On May 6th at 3:02 a.m., Brockmore Cottage. This is a public announcement. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex used the services of a surrogate. We apologize for any misunderstandings. To this day, nobody has debunked that tweet as fake. In order for a child to be in the line of succession, it has to come from the body of the woman. Why would Meghan Markle be faking all those big stomachs? You know, that big belly, the belly swaying back and forth. She was huge. She was overdue. Now when Spare came out, we know that story is absolute horseshit.
Staff whispered about strategy meetings where every word passed multiple filters. No one wanted to light the match. The famous rule, never complain, never explain, sounds noble until you realize it means stay quiet and hope memory fades. But the internet remembers everything. Screenshots don't forget. While Meghan polished her global image in California, London officials balanced two risks: protect the crown without looking guilty. Emails vanished, briefings became riddles, and Arthur Edwards, locked outside the gates, symbolized that silence. Proof that even the strongest institution fears one unfiltered image. Inside the palace, truth wasn't destroyed. It was filed, labeled sensitive, and locked away. The monarchy runs on tradition and control. When Sussex whispers touched succession, even chandeliers shook.
She is literally kneeling all the way down. One of those people reached out to me, but not before this person reached out to the newspapers, complaining that the palace was literally threatening her, that the palace had tried to bribe her, and when that didn't work, because she really dislikes what's happening and she wants to come clean, and she has been trying to tell people about it.
For centuries, the line to the throne worked like sacred code. One error breaks the system. So when social media asked about timelines, titles, and births, palace silence shifted from calm to panic. One press secretary mastered answering without nouns. History gave warnings. Edward chose love and lost power. Diana spoke and cracked an image. Now Netflix audiences streamed royal drama live. Every click, meme, and freeze frame threatened protocol. Commentators treated royalty like a soap opera with budgets. They weren't debating bloodlines. They were binge-watching damage control. That's the real shock. Not who's in line, but how fast the line itself can collapse online. Today, a tweet can do what no revolution did. Make royalty feel dated. Every scandal needs a scapegoat. This time, it wasn't royal. It was a doctor dragged into the plot. Headlines claimed a respected physician delivered the baby. It sounded neat, official, perfect. But it aged fast.
Meghan at the Albert Hall. How many weeks pregnant was she supposed to be? Was it about 8 weeks? And she looks as if she's at least 5 months pregnant.
Days later, the doctor's husband said that wasn't true. Confusion exploded. The palace said one thing, media printed another, and the internet grabbed popcorn. For a family obsessed with precision, this was tripping on the red carpet. One contradiction turned Reddit and TikTok into detective schools. Instead of fixing it, the palace returned to silence yoga. No corrections, no clarity, just empty space begging for speculation.
And also, why is the belly several shades browner than anywhere else? It's not supposed to be brown.
Inside that vacuum, every question became clickbait fuel. When royalty refuses to fact-check itself, the internet happily will, screenshot by screenshot. When the dust settled, one truth remained. The crown guards secrets better than people, but hasn't learned modern monarchies' rule. Truth always trends. Silence speaks. The late queen mastered that language. When she wanted to signal something, she didn't call. She rearranged props. Viewers noticed first. A framed photo of Harry, Meghan, and Archie quietly vanished from behind her Christmas broadcast. No tweet, no statement, just absence.
Do you remember when Diana was delivering Harry or William? There was complete quiet. No one knew. Cameras couldn't get even anywhere near the hospital.
Sure, but we
let
didn't
alone
have
in the
mobile
room.
phones then.
What?
We didn't have mobile phones then.
But it was so private, and there's a dignity with privacy.
Yes.
And I certainly wouldn't, if I were pregnant, dance like, well, I can't.
A monarch skilled in quiet diplomacy, that empty frame shouted. Loyalists explained it away. Space, Dacre, lighting. Royal watchers knew better. Every object is placed precisely. If corgis misbehave, emails fly. That missing photo needed no caption. The Queen didn't feud online or unfollow. She subtweeted in her own way. Live television. Calm, controlled, royal power. Centuries of reputation management compressed into one missing picture. No words, no drama. Just a soft mic drop. But history shows silence isn't peace. It's warning. What followed proved how deep that quiet ran. Most royal stories end on balconies. This one ends at a hospital with no Wi-Fi. When birth questions peaked, eyes turned to Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital.
I would say step one would be to confirm this room, find out where it was, find out that very room, find out which room it was, and go look at it. If it's at that hospital, wherever it is she says she was, go make sure that's the hospital room, that it exists there, because it could be somewhere else, who knows.
Institution had two choices: confirm and end the storm, or disappear. Guess which they picked? They congratulated online, then weeks later told parents the video wasn't filmed during COVID and reminded everyone of mask rules, meaning we won't confirm but won't deny. That kind of PR talk comforts lawyers and infuriates reporters. In the age of proof, no comment means good luck. Online detectives built timelines like crime boards: tiles, lights, oxygen tubes. Digital CSI everywhere. The hospital stayed silent, wrapped in legal quiet, while rumors screamed outside. Through it all, Meghan's image stayed glossy, curated, and impossible to verify.
There's no stress there, not even a little bit of stress, none. And there should be there, because she's getting ready to have one of the worst painful things of her life, having a baby. And when that happens, you look forward to the event, but you don't look forward to that pain. And it's so bad, a lot of women can't remember it.
In a world of constant live streams, the most powerful family left the biggest question unanswered. Then a veteran photographer stepped forward, a mystery wrapped in velvet silence. From banned lenses to missing doctors to ghosting hospitals, this wasn't about a bump. It was about a dynasty protecting its image. Arthur Edwards' words still echo. We were told to stay away. Maybe it was privacy, maybe control. Either way, the result was clear. Britain's strongest brand blinked. This isn't a fairy tale. It's a franchise streaming from cracked perfection. Each time the palace mutes itself, the internet turns volume to max. But before the next chapter, you need context. The digital leak that cracked the Sussex image wide open. That's where the collapse began. Click the last FameX upload to see how deep it goes. Watch before the next royal secret drops.